Good morning, everybody. I'm Jeff Blankenburg, and as we do every day now, we're here to build some cool stuff for Alexa. So, I've got a busy day ahead of me, and I've got my microphone always chirping back at me. Let me mute this. The thing that we're working on today is a video poker Alexa skill. I mean, it's a casino, but we're working on the video poker portions of this. And
what would you like to play next?
Stop. So my goal today is to try to finish out the video poker stuff, and then I think we've rounded it out enough that we have slots, we have roulette, and we have video poker. That I think we could try to ship it. We could try to publish. We still have some work to do though. Video poker is not done by a long shot, and I want to make sure that we have an opportunity to get this working. So I'm gonna get right into it this morning. I've got lots to do, and I want to make sure that we have time to do it all. So what we really need to look at is what's going on in here. So let me remind you what's happening. Basically, we call this deal function, and what deal does is gets the user's active game. It makes sure that we understand the wager that they have for that game. We get their poker hand. We also get the deck. And then what we want to do is be able to deal out all of we want to deal out cards for the ones that the user didn't hold. So in video poker, you get 5 cards. Maybe you held 2 of them. And you need a way to get 2 new cards that could potentially make your hand better. That's the whole point of video poker and drawing. And so we've got this part working, right? We're at the point now where we have our poker hand, we have our poker deck, and we've grabbed those values, and that's what my poker hand is right here. But now what we need to do is, this is the part that's not working. This is where I left myself a note. This is very broken. We need to think deeply about how to get a card out of the deck and into the hand. So, good morning, James. Welcome, welcome. Finish the Red Bull, time for some water. What I need to figure out is how I'm going to effectively do this. And I feel like the way that I'm trying to manipulate this this hand of cards, it's right, it's just an array of objects. So there's nothing terribly complicated or complex about what I'm trying to do. But my initial run at it was a failure, and so I want to reevaluate how I'm doing this. TeamView, I'm sorry to hear that your skill was rejected. What was their reasoning? What did they tell you? It's pretty hard to get a skill submitted and published to the store. There's a lot of boxes you have to check, and a lot of things you have to do, and a lot of rules you have to follow. So I'd be curious to know what they told you and why they failed you. Okay, so I have my array, and the logic that I was using here is, let's loop through each card. And if the card is not held, so held is false, then what we want to do is deal ourselves a new card from the deck, and then we're just setting our poker deck equal to the new deck that's returned, which basically is missing that card. And then we're setting our poker hand, the card in that position, to this new card that we just drew out. I think this, just thinking that through, I think that might be my issue. Because when I pull the cards back, it returns me an array, which is what I would want. It passes me back an array. Thank you, TeamView. It passes back an array, and I wasn't saving the value as an array. That might actually be my whole issue, because I felt like my logic, my approach was fine. So let's see if that works. So if we come in here and we look at our skill, and we say, bet 5 on poker, what are you going to say to me?
Jeff, there was an error. What should
Well,
we do
yeah,
now?
because I've already broken things. So let's go in. Do I still have that open? Let's see. If I do Airtable, that's where we keep our data. And let's just get rid of this video poker hand because I think I've corrupted it by, yeah, I can already see that it's broken. Let's go to wager and get rid of this active wager. And let's go to game and get rid of this active game. I wish they had cascading deletes here. I don't think that they do, but I wish that they had that because that would be incredibly handy in building this stuff. Okay, so we come back here to, no, come back here. And this time we're going to say bet 5 on poker, and it should work. It should give me cards and all that.
You already have a pair. You were dealt 10 of clubs, 9 of clubs, 5 of hearts, 5 of spades, and 2 of clubs. Which cards do you want to hold?
And I'm going to say hold the 5s. Well, let's check something before I say that. If I look at my data right now, and we go back and look at the video poker hand, you can see that it looks nice and clean, right? I have an array of objects, no other markup or stringification or anything like that. So because of that, I should be able to say hold the 5s.
You are currently holding the 5 of hearts and 5 of spades. You are about to drop the 10 of clubs, 9 of clubs, and 2 of clubs. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do? Okay,
so I've held my 5s. So now what I want to do is come back here, and I want to say deal. Now, I don't know if this is going to work yet. I don't think we were finished, but we were stuck on that piece.
Jeff, there was an error.
There was an error.
What should we do now?
Well, let's go see what our error is and see what it is we could have done wrong here. Cannot read property ID of undefined. Okay, so we are doing something wrong here. And if we, I think, you see how this is all busted up now? We've done too many stringifications. That seems to be the issue. So the video poker record, I have the, opening hand, poker deck, poker hand. So let's go look at update poker hand and see what's happening there. Am I somehow putting a stringify on this twice? Or maybe I don't need to stringify it at all? I really thought that I needed to put it as a string. Maybe I don't need to. All right, well, let's take that out first. So let's just take this out. We'll just set this to closing hand. We'll take this out and set it to deck. And we'll take a comma. And then we need, come on, we need this to go away. And this is just going to be hand. Okay, so we've gotten rid of the stringification entirely. Now we got to go back and delete some data again, so that's okay. Delete and delete and delete. Okay, let's give that one more run. So we say bet 5 on poker.
You were dealt king of clubs, 9 of spades, 8 of spades, 7 of diamonds, and 5 of diamonds. Which cards do you want to hold?
Hold the 9. Maybe.
The requested skill did not provide a valid response.
What do you mean invalid response? What did I do? Yeah, see, I have to stringify those things to go into the database. That's kind of what I was expecting. That's why I thought I did that in the first place. So if those need to be stringified, I feel like maybe I'm passing in a stringified version. So we can, I think we can safety this. JSON.parse. We'll just parse it first. Because even if it is JSON already, that's fine. It'll just still return me the parsed JSON. And we'll do it here as well. Hopefully this will protect us from what we're running into here, which is that we're stringifying a string and it's freaking out. Okay. All right, so let's try that. So let's say open the casino.
Welcome to the Chatsino. What would you... You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you. You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt King of Clubs, 9 of Spades, 8 of Spades, 7 of Diamonds, and 5 of Diamonds. Which cards do you want to hold?
Which cards do I want to hold? I want to hold the 9.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Don't understand. This is not where I was expecting an error to be. Update poker hand. Line 12. Okay, we got to look more deeply at this. So poker hand and poker deck. I JSON parse those, and then I write out my poker hand somewhere, don't I? Maybe we should spend a little more time thinking about what we're really doing here, because something is very broken. Okay, so we come in here to deal. I think that's where we're landing. Hold is our issue right now, so let's see what we're doing with hold. We're pulling in our opening hand and we're JSON parsing it. That all seems to work. Then we're writing out opening hand, and that's what happens here. And so we go through this whole, like, how do we hold things and what should happen? And then we're updating our poker hand, and that's where we pass in active game, opening hand, deck, and we should probably put, like, undefined. This all worked a moment ago. I don't understand why this would be an issue now. Okay, let's try this again. Delete. Actually, let's delete all these. Delete. Delete. There was another one. Maybe? No. Game. We'll get rid of this. Delete. And then we just need to figure out why this isn't working. So we're going to go back and we're going to say bet 5 on poker.
You were dealt Ace of Spades, King of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, 4 of Hearts, and 2 of Diamonds. Which cards do you want to hold?
Hold the ace.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Okay. Unexpected tokens O in JSON at position 1. This is update poker hand on line 12. So I can't parse this, but I also shouldn't need to, right? This was stuff I was putting in here for safety, and apparently I can't even do the safe thing. Okay, so let's go back to this. This might be my issue though. I'm passing in undefined, and then I'm trying to JSON stringify that. I don't know what happens when you do that. That could be my error. Well, let's just get after it. Hold the ace.
You are currently holding the ace of spades.
Okay.
You are about to drop the king of diamonds, queen of hearts, four of hearts, and two of diamonds. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do?
So I'm holding the ace. Closing hand still is empty. That's good. So then we say deal.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Now this is the error that we were looking at a second ago before I tried to break everything. Cannot read property ID of undefined. So we have our poker hand, and we're looking at evaluator. So this is the poker evaluator. This is this file here. And it's saying that it can't find the ID value on line 4. One moment, everybody. I will be All right, sorry about that. I had a very weird phone call. So this is where it's failing on the values in the hand. And so I feel like the first thing that we need to do is see what is being passed in here. What does the hand look like? So if we look at deal, we're calling the evaluator down here. So we should look at it on the way in, and then look at it on the way once it's arrived. So console.log, we'll call this poker hand. And we're going to do json.stringify poker hand. We're going to take that same thing and we're going to come into the evaluator, and let's see what we get over here and make sure it's the same thing. So deal has what we need, and then we're calling it right before we call evaluator, so we should see it twice. Is there other things that I can get rid of? We can probably get rid of this one for now. Actually, no, that might be useful to see, because then we can see how it transforms through my little function. Okay, so deal.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
I can live with errors. We just got to see what's going on. Okay, so I have see right here, this already looks broken. This isn't what this should look like. So what if I take this off? And run it again.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
I don't understand. Active game, fields, opening hand. That's this record. Whoa. Well, that could be part of the issue. Man, I'm definitely breaking something on retrieving these records, because that's not what it should look like at all. So let's start over one more time. I've got to figure out where this issue is, and it's just not cooperating today. So back here, bet 5 on poker. That gets me a nice clean video
Jeff,
poker record.
there was an error. What should we do now?
Oh, really? What? How do I just keep breaking things further and further back in the chain? Poker hand is not defined in the evaluator. Oh. True fact. It's called hand. Okay, let's try it again. Did we create a wager record already? We did. We created a game record already, I'm sure. Gosh, I really thought we were going to be good today. I thought today was going to be a very productive one. And let's see if we can try bet 5 on poker again.
You already have a 2 pair. You were dealt queen of spades, queen of diamonds, 4 of spades, 4 of hearts, and 3 of spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
Okay, so you can see here that this looks really nice. We have array, bracket, quote. There's no extra garbage in there or anything. Then we're going to say, we have 2 pairs. So we're going to say hold the queens.
You are currently holding the queen of spades.
And that still looks great.
You are about to drop the 4 of spades, 4 of hearts,
Hold the
and 3 of
4s.
spades. You are currently holding the queen of spades, queen of diamonds, 4 of spades, and 4 of hearts. You are about to drop the 3 of spades. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards.
Okay, so it's not hold that is the issue. It is most certainly something that's happening in the deal part. So in the deal part, we grab our poker hand and our poker deck. And those are stored as strings, so I should have to JSON parse them. Unless it's doing it automatically. Maybe we need to look at that. Maybe there's some magic happening that I'm not aware of. I do not like magic, by the way. If you guys have ever coded with me before, I hate the magic. And let's take this right here and just dump that out, and we'll say this is opening hand. Because there's something in here, somewhere, that is stringifying my record more than once. And I just don't understand why. Okay, so we're going to say hold, and we're going to see where this happens. So we can say, or we would say draw, sorry. Draw, in all caps.
Jeff, there was an error.
Okay.
What should we do now?
So look at that. So we have opening hand that, oh, right. So it is a string there. And then this poker hand is object, 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 object. So this poker hand is good. This one right here, this is what I'm writing out, and I'm getting the references to the objects. That's what I want to see. And then the next time that we write poker hand out, it's here. Oh, it's so weird. No, that's actually, is that where we're good? Suit, queen of spades, and then queen of diamonds, and then four of hearts, and then four. Man, this data is just getting crushed. The deck is destroyed. Wow, I'm definitely in a place where I have broken something solidly. So, Pika, thank you for the water. Twice, 2 times, 3 times. All right, well, 4. No. All right, back. Okay, so let's. Okay, so I guess we got to do another one here, and just see where we're. Why are we doing that? So right after this loop, we're going to write out the poker hand again. I think I just figured it out. Oh boy. Well, let's see if this actually works here, TeamView. So what you've done is created a group game of roulette, and people can participate. There aren't a lot of folks here right now, but people can participate by saying, like, bet 10 red. And so I have bet 10 on red. We're all playing on the exact same roulette table. Oh, Pika, you only have 7 coins. That's no good. So we all make bets, and then when it's time, when we feel like everybody has their bets in, I can spin the wheel for us. Okay. Well, I've really destroyed something here. And I don't know why. So update poker hand here. This is active game, opening hand, deck, and closing hand. Pika, what do you mean the quality logging? I don't know if you're mocking me for using console log right now, or if you're curious about that really nice orange logging. Well, I've got to delete some data first. Let's start there. So this goes away. This goes away. And this goes away. Okay, so then we come in here and we say bet 5 on poker. This is proving to be way harder than I thought it was going to be.
You already have a pair. You were dealt ace of spades, king of hearts,
Hold the
10 of
tens.
diamonds. You are currently holding the 10 of diamonds. You are about to drop the ace of spades, king of hearts, 2 of spades, and 2 of hearts. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What
Drop
would
the
you like
10.
to do? You are not currently holding any cards. You are currently holding the 2 of spades and 2 of hearts. You are about to drop the ace of spades, king of hearts, and 10 of diamonds. You can say deal to finish this hand, or
How about if I just say deal to get an error?
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Man, look at that. Well, when you're ready, once you feel like everybody's made their bets, I can say no more bets, and we can wrap up this roulette. So let's see. Here, I should put another bet in. Bet 10 on 4. Okay. No more bets. Here we go, Team View. We all lost. Because the winning spin was 29, which is black odd, top high, and column 2. We didn't make any of those bets, so we lost. There you go. That's your game of roulette, Team View. Okay. So in here, I have this object, and then this one is already broken. Is deck.deal doing something? I'm so confused as to why this is getting all stringed out like that. Strung out? Can we say strung out? Oh, what could possibly be happening here? So we do this. If poker hand I is false, then we deal ourselves a new card. Team View, I'm not ready for other people to use this yet. I don't need a bunch of other extra data in there. I will invite people to be a beta tester, though, once I feel like it's working. But it's not ready for that yet. Also, words like please or things like that are always helpful. Sometimes your messages sound very demanding. It'll eventually link with Twitch. Yeah, you'll be able to use the same balance across Alexa and Twitch and Discord and Slack and a bunch of other stuff. So, yes.
Okay, here's Twitch.
Alexa.
Sorry.
Stop.
Sorry.
Alexa.
I can't find any streams.
Stop.
Okay, goodbye.
What am I doing wrong here? Okay, let's get rid of... So we have our poker hand there, and this is where it blows up. So it's happening in here. So I need to do... Let's write this out. Deal outcome. We probably need to stringify that. Okay. Man, this is really frustrating. Delete the record. Delete the record. Delete the record.
You were dealt Queen of Diamonds, 8 of Clubs, 7 of Hearts, 6 of Hearts, and 4 of Spades. Which... You are currently holding the Queen of... Jeff, there was an error.
I
What should we
understand.
do now?
We're in the middle of error debugging. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Is that the deck is empty, so we're grabbing a bunch of odd stuff. So the first time I do deal outcome, it's already stringified. Why? This is so weird. Bet 5 on poker.
You already have a pair. You were dealt Queen of Hearts, 9 of Clubs, 4 of Spades.
Hold the 3s.
You are currently holding the 3 of Spades and 3 of Clubs.
And then I say deal.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
And something in here is very broken. So there's my poker hand with objects. Deal outcome. Should be returning me an object. I guess that's good. And then my poker hand's there. And then it gets all munged up. Four. No. 6 of spades. Queen of clubs. Let's look at our data. So if we look at the video poker hand, yeah, see how broken this is? I have the Queen of clubs, the 9 of spades, the 4 of spades, the 3 of clubs, and the 3 of clubs, Queen clubs, 9 spades, 4 spades, 3 clubs, 3. Weird. I really need to... Boy. So deal outcome is this thing, and then I have deck and I have hand. I don't understand why it wouldn't work. I don't know, man. I don't know why it's not cooperating. I think there's an error sometimes in the leaderboard. I can't worry about it right now. Sorry, man. So... This is so dumb.
You were dealt ace of clubs, king of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 6 of hearts, and 2 of spades. You are currently holding the 6 of hearts. You are about to drop the ace of clubs, king of hearts, 10 of diamonds. Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
So frustrated. I'm ready to rip all this code out and just start over. So there's my opening hand. An opening hand is what I write right here, right? So I'm doing the string. Then I have poker hand. This is where I have JSON.parsed it. So I'm having my 5 objects, which is what I expect. Then I do the deal outcomes, and there's 4 cards that would have been dropped, so that's great. And then somehow here, everything falls apart. Break time, grab a Red Bull. Yeah. I'll have some water though, team. Do you? Thank you. So I am getting the 4 cards that I need. But something about poker hand which was an array before we did it. Let's do dot hand 0. We'll just keep digging deeper until we find what's wrong here, because this is so stupid. This should just be working, and I'm dealing with basically data conversion issues, which is my favorite. All right. Bet 5 on poker. I'm not even going to worry about testing anymore because, or holding.
Ace of clubs, Jack of hearts, 10 of
And
hearts,
I'll hold something
5
just to
of clubs, and 3 of clubs.
hold the 10.
Which cards do you want? You are currently holding the 10 of hearts.
Cool.
You are about
Deal.
to drop. Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Okay. So now let's look at this for our deal outcomes. The deal outcomes are undefined? Well, that's part of the issue. But when I deal, deck.deal, I'm returning hand and deck. I don't understand. Is it because somehow I've screwed up my deck data? Maybe that's it. Okay. Okay. Maybe we're getting closer here, y'alls. Let's look at hold again. Hold, when we call this back in, we say opening hand, active game, fields, deck. Let's see if... Oh, man, that would make me so mad. We'll put something fun in here, too. New card. And we're going to say this is hand 0. Okay. So this should at least let me see what the new card is each time. So let's go back one more time and delete a bunch of records. I think maybe it's that my deck is somehow getting, not corrupted, but I'm saving it improperly. And that is really where my issue is. And then I can't draw cards off the deck, and I can't do a bunch of other things. So let's try bet 5 on poker.
You already have a 2 pair.
Sweet.
You were dealt king of diamonds, king of clubs, 6 of hearts, 6 of clubs,
So I have a really nice
and
deck,
4 of spades.
nice looking deck now.
Which cards do you want to hold?
And I want to hold the kings.
You are currently holding the king of diamonds
Hold the
and king of clubs.
sixes.
You are about to drop the... You are currently holding the king of diamonds, king of clubs, 6 of hearts, and 6 of clubs. You are about to drop the 4 of spades. You can say deal to finish this hand.
Error.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
I didn't check. Jeff, the whole point was to test if hold was the thing that was breaking things, and you held and then you didn't check. I got all excited about a 2 pair. So, bet 5 on poker.
You were dealt ace of spades, queen of hearts,
Hold
jack of
the
clubs.
ace.
You are currently holding the ace of spades. You are about to drop the queen of hearts,
Right there.
jack of clubs, 6 of clubs, and 5 of diamonds. You can say deal to finish this hand.
Okay,
or
we're
you
getting
can
to the bottom
continue
of this.
holding cards. What would you like to do?
I now see my issue. It's so clear. So what happens is I come in here and I get opening hand, and I do a bunch of stuff with opening hand, and then I need to update that poker hand, but I have to pass in the deck again. The problem with that is that I'm not parsing it, so I'm passing in the string and stringifying it again, and I think that is my issue. So, one more time, let's delete some data, but I think we've identified it now, which I feel pretty good about. Game, delete. Okay, now, bet 5 on poker. Good morning, Mr. Smoofy.
You already have a pair. You were dealt jack of clubs, 9 of spades,
Hold the
7 of hearts.
sevens.
You are currently holding the 7 of hearts.
Okay,
and
now let's look at
7
our
of
data.
clubs. You are about to drop the jack of clubs, 9 of spades, and 6 of spades. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue
The
holding
deck
cards.
looks nice.
What would you like to do?
Man, if you're working with real data, it's possible this all works. So now we're going to hold, we're holding the sevens, so now we're going to say deal. We should still get an error, but, ooh, this is something new though. Look at all these cards and issues that are happening properly,
The requested skill did not provide a valid response.
and that's fine. We got a little data error, and we can take care of that here in just a moment. So, I am trying invalid value for column. Field outcome cannot accept the provided value. Well, where am I trying to save outcome? Let's look at deal. And we cashier.update wagers. Let's find out where else we use that. Oh, I already have found this. The outcome I don't understand. If we look at the database, we look at wager. Outcome is the thing we're trying to update. So for roulette, well, because roulette we don't save that. So let's look at slots. Slots. Play. Is there an update wagers down here? No, we're doing it all separately. So, okay. So when I do this, what if I could just do JSON.stringify here? Because that's all I'm really doing. Let's give that a try. Okay. Start with video poker. Delete. Start with wager. Delete. Go to game. Delete. And let's try this again. Bet 5 on poker.
Okay, here's Xbox. Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your Xbox skill right now. Welcome to the Chatsino. You were dealt Ace of Spades, Jack of Hearts, 7 of Spades, 4 of... You are currently... Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
Okay, so let's take a look at our data. Did we save an outcome? I still have an opening hand that's broken too. My goodness. Okay. Closing hand looks good though. Deck looks good. So this is the Ace of Spades, 10 of Diamonds, Queen of Clubs, 2 of Spades, Jack of Clubs. Well, let's go look at what our error was, because this should be a brand new error. Cannot read property odds of undefined on deal line 35. What does the evaluator do? I think that's a thing I'm missing, is if they have nothing. So, return undefined. I wonder if that will help me. Because as we think about this, now if outcome is nothing, then it'll subtract their money. And if it is something, then we can do outcome.odds. And we're not actually paying anyone yet. We'll have to do that. I guess, no, we are doing that, aren't we? We're getting their winnings, and then we pay them down here. Man, there's a chance this could just work. I know I say that a lot on this stream, but, I mean, I feel like we're getting pretty close here. So, delete that, delete this, and let's try again. Bet 5 on poker.
You already have a pair. You were dealt Jack of Diamonds, Jack of Spades, 7 of Spades, 4 of Spades.
Hold the jacks, please.
You are currently holding the Jack of Diamonds.
Deal.
What do you want to do next?
I'm sorry. Did that just work? Oh my goodness. Opening hand. No, that did not work.
This is the poker deal intent.
What? Okay, we're still jacking up the opening hand somehow, and I think I know how that is. Because when we do this in here, we're not JSON parsing this. Oh, we're so close. I can taste it. I can taste how close we are. Tasting sounds really good because I'm hungry. My wife and I have decided to try a diet. Well, my wife decided to get on a diet. Very restrictive, a lot of things you can't eat, specifically like flour and sugar. And I decided I would try to participate as much as I could. I don't think I can go to that extreme, but just eating healthier. And now I just find myself starving all the time, which I guess is fine. Bet 5 on poker. Here we go.
You already have a pair.
Cool.
You
I
were
have a pair
dealt
of
ace
aces.
of hearts, ace
Hold
of clubs,
the
king
aces.
of hearts, queen of hearts. You are currently holding the ace of...
Deal.
This is the poker deal intent.
I'm sorry. What? Oh, because I haven't handled the output. That's fine. Okay, that's great. I'm not handling any of the speech output yet. I just want to make sure that all my data looks good. So I have all of my data looking so good, and I have my wager, which is completed. They bet 5. They won 5 because they had a pair. Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. Okay. That might have just worked. So this is marked as completed. The video poker hand has been completed. Gang. Let's try it again. I need to see what a loss looks like. Bet 5 on poker.
You already have a pair. You were dealt ace of hearts,
Hold the
ace of
8.
clubs. You are currently holding the 8 of diamonds.
Deal.
This is the poker deal intent.
Still hit a pair. I need to find a way to not hit a pair. So if we look at video poker and we look at our closing hand, what we should see is that I have 10 of hearts, 7 of spades. See, I caught 2 aces and then the 8 that I held. W. Giorgio, good morning. TeamView, I have no idea what the release date for this is going to be. I'd like to have it done here in a week or two, but I want to see a losing hand. I mean, I like that I'm winning, but I want to see a losing hand.
You were dealt ace of diamonds, jack of spades,
Hold.
10 of hearts, 8 of diamonds. You are currently holding the 10 of hearts.
Deal.
This is the poker deal intent.
Huh. I hit 2 pair that time, and it's paying out the right odds. That's good. This is actually working really well. Okay, so we now have the ability to play video poker. I think that there are some rough edges, right? The way that people bet and whatever, but you can do it. You can get all of your betting happening. You can do all of that kind of stuff. So I feel pretty good about that. It looks like, let's check and make sure my balance is being updated. Let's do one more here. So 1544 is my current balance.
You already have a pair. You were dealt ace of diamonds,
Hold the 4.
king of diamonds, jack. You are currently holding the 4 of hearts. You are about to... This is the poker deal intent.
And 1544 became 1542, and that's fine because I get a point for every message that I point in, but that should mean that this was a loser, and it was. -5, no outcome, boom. Okay, so the exciting part about this is that we have the logic written to handle video poker with turns. The piece that's missing still, and I'm going to hopefully finish that up here pretty quickly, is the logic to tell the user what their outcome was and what their final hand was or whatever. So to do that, we just need to look at our status that we pass out, which is completed. And in poker deal intent, we just need to add another case here. Completed. Break. Okay, so I have this completed state, and now what I want to do is compose what they won or lost. So if we look at what we pass out here, we're passing out their outcome. This is, did they win or did they not win? So I think that's the first thing that we need to do is if outcome, then speak output. I don't really need this anymore. This was just for demonstration purposes earlier, so she said something. Speak output plus equals you won. Again, we'll come back and revisit all of our speech, but this is a good start. And then we'll do else speak output plus equals you didn't win. Okay. So I have the first thing she's going to say is you won or you didn't win. I probably should have some sound effects for that too, but sound effects are for later. Let's leave ourselves a note. Sound effects for drawing cards and winning or losing. Okay, this is not a thing, so we can get rid of that one. Probably get rid of a lot of these console logs now too. Okay, so we either say you won or you didn't win. Aw, I would say like aw. You didn't win. I'll probably use some speech cons or something there. Speech cons. Okay. So you won, you didn't win. Maybe I should have the coins they won. Like, you won 15 coins. I have my game. I have the outcome. I guess I could just pass in winnings. Like that. Can you send me a script of a dice game in Node.js that works with Alexa? I don't have a good API for random numbers. TeamViewer, you shouldn't need an API. I have some code here if you want to look in my Node stuff, but right here in helper, I have a get random. Basically, this will generate a random number between the minimum and the maximum, including those numbers. That's all you need. You don't need an API. I think almost all programming languages probably have a get a random number function. So that's the one I use. But you know, there's plenty of other options out there depending on the language you're working in or whatever. So grab a screenshot of that or something. It's not going to go nicely in chat, but yeah, I can try. W. Giorgio says Lodash is great for random too. It is. Yeah, if you want to bring in another module, but honestly, like this is about as simple as it gets, and I just add it as a helper function, and then I just go from there. So now I'm passing winnings in. So now back in poker deal intent, You won. I need to change this now. We can say this isn't going to work either. Result.outcome is what it needs to be. Result.outcome. And this needs to be result.winnings coins. Aw, you didn't win. You lost. This is one of my favorite things to do in programming, which is, yes, TeamView, the question is, will speak output be the thing that Alexa says? Yes. So I'm trying to build these as two separate things. There's the poker logic, which is all this like chatsino.poker.deal stuff. And then there's the Alexa skill, which basically just calls in, gets the results, and tells you what happened. And that means that I'll have an engine that runs all of these games that I can call from anything. That's what I was talking about earlier with like Twitch or Discord or whatever. They'll all be using the same logic, the same data, the same users, the same everything. The only thing that will be different is how I interface with the chatbot. And this is the Alexa chatbot, Alexa interface. And the other chatbots, I'll have a chatbot wrapper basically around that same code. Oh, no, what I gave you only gives you a random number. So you call get random, you pass in 0 and 7, and it'll give you a random number between 0 and 7. It's just going to return to you that number. It doesn't do any of the Alexa stuff. That's just a standard JavaScript function for getting a random number. So you lost math.abs, and this needs to be winnings. You lost coins. Okay. So you won or you lost. Then we need to say what their hand was. So we do this someplace else. Poker, start poker intent. We have this function, this helper get card speech. Your hand was, it's going to look like something like this. No, you can do speak output equals you rolled, and then you'd have to call get random with the random number function. That function lives someplace else. And you're just calling that function to get the result of that function. Okay. Speak output plus equals you were dealt your final hand was hopefully that helps. Your final hand was get card speech, and am I passing it back as result? No. I have the whole game though. So active game. This. This needs to be result. What did I call it? Result.game? Result. Okay, that should pass in. Your final hand was... Help her get card speech. I feel like I need to sort... The evaluator does a really good job of this. Not that evaluator, the poker evaluator. Come on. Poker evaluator. The first thing I do right here is I sort the hand so that they're in numeric order. So maybe I just do that so that the hand is still sorted. We shouldn't do that. We should do that here though. So where do we manipulate the hand? We can get rid of some of these. So poker hand is right there. I think we can just do this just to sort it. This becomes no, we don't even need to set this. Poker hand equals poker hand dot sort. Okay, so that will sort the cards into the right order for me. I think that makes it easier to understand what's going on. This is something that I've been struggling with as I think about this. But in order to do the evaluator, I need to sort the cards. But what's happened is I sorted the cards for you initially, right? You had ace, king, 4, 2, 4, 3, 2 or something. They'd be sorted from highest to lowest. But then if you just hold the ace, the next 4 cards you get will just be in whatever order they were dealt, and I kind of still want them to be sorted. So I think that will solve my sorting issue and allow them to come out a nice way. So poker deal intent, your final hand was ace of kings and blah, blah, blah. You won this with, and this needs to be the outcome. Result.outcome.symbol. I'm pretty sure that's how I do this for evaluator poker. Where did evaluator go? I guess I can just look at position. Symbol. Straight flush, 4 of a kind, 2 pair. Okay. So poker deal intent is now going to say, you won 15 coins with a royal flush or whatever. And then, or it'll say, oh, you didn't win. You lost 10 coins or whatever your bet was. Then your final hand was this. Boy, that seemed easy. And then we can say, what do you want to do next? Okay. Okay. Now we should see the results of our poker hand. So I think we're all clean on this, right? If we look at the data and we look at wager, we have completed all of our wagers. That's great. So if I just say play video poker.
You already have a pair. You were dealt ace of clubs.
Hey, Kevin Evans,
Jack
good
of
morning.
diamonds, Jack of spades, 10 of hearts, and
Hold
6 of spades.
the jacks.
Card.
Kevin, I think you showed up just in time to see video poker be done.
You are currently holding the Jack of diamonds and Jack of spades. You are about to drop the ace of clubs, 10 of hearts, and 6 of spades. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards.
Deal.
Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
What did I screw up? I'm sure there's just something that doesn't exist or I didn't pass it through. Cannot read property closing hand of undefined. And this is on poker deal intent line 15. So when I pass this out, this. Arrays will be the end of my life. Honestly. Bet 5 on poker.
You were dealt Jack of hearts, 10 of spades, 6 of spades, 4 of heart. Jeff, there was an error. What should we do now?
What do you think doesn't exist now? Winnings is not defined. What are you talking about? Winnings is not defined where? Poker deal intent. Oh, because it's not winnings, it's result.winnings, Jeff. Result.winnings. Alright. Bet 5 on poker.
You already have a pair. You were dealt 10 of hearts, 7 of clubs, 6 of clubs, 3 of spades,
All the
and 3 of
threes.
clubs. You are currently
Deal.
holding... You won 5 coins with a pair. Your final hand was ace of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, 7 of spades, 3 of spades, and 3 of clubs. What do you want to do next?
That sounded like it worked, everybody. Bet 5 on poker.
You were dealt ace of hearts, king of spades. You won 5 coins with a pair. Your final hand was ace of diamonds, 8 of clubs, 6 of heart. You were dealt ace of hearts, 9 of... You won 5 coins with a pair. Your final...
I keep hitting a pair.
You were dealt queen of hearts, 10 of heart. Ah, you didn't win. You lost 5 coins. Your final hand was ace of spades, jack of clubs, 8 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and 2 of diamonds. What do you want to do next?
I want to bet 5 on slots.
You got orange, cherries, orange. That is not a winning spin. You lost 5 coins. What do you want to play next?
Bet 10 on red.
You wagered 10 coins on red. What would you like to do next? You can place another bet, or you can say spin the wheel when you're ready.
Bet 100 on 4.
You wagered 100 coins on 4. What would you like to do next? You can place another bet, or you can say spin the wheel when you're ready.
Spin the wheel.
The wheel landed on 31. You bet 100 on 4 and lost. You bet 10 on red and lost. You lost a total of 110 coins, which brings your total to 1,455. I've returned all of your coins from the table. What would you like to do now?
Okay, so I need to change one more thing about roulette. The roulette, the spin roulette intent. I say something about, I returned your coins from the table. I should only say this if you won something, because if you lost, I'm not returning you anything. But if you win, typically your chips stay on the table. So I'm going to take that statement away and only do this if the outcome is a win. And then we can say let return speech equal and this is actually not going to equal that. This will take this, copy, put that there. This is actually going to equal nothing because we don't want to say anything if they didn't win. And then we can put return speech right here. Return speech like so. Okay, let's try that again. So bet 10 on red.
You wagered 10 coins on red. What would you like to do?
Bet 100 on 4.
You wagered 100 coins on...
Spin the wheel. I need to trim
The
that
wheel
audio.
landed on 12. You bet 10 on red and won 10 coins. You bet 100 on 4 and lost. You lost a total of 90 coins, which brings your total to 1,368. What would you like to do now?
Yeah, TeamView, if you didn't put the get random function in your code also, it's not going to be able to call that function. So you need to add that function to your code. I guess we'll do it here. Thank you, Kevin Evans, for the sound shout out. There's still a lot of work to do on sound effecting and ambiance and all that stuff, but we've made good progress so far. Okay. Maybe that'll do what I want it to do. Bet 10 on red.
You wagered 10 coins on red.
I also need to tell you your balance.
The wheel landed on 15. You bet 10 on red and lost. You lost a total of 10 coins, which brings your total to 1,360. What would you like to do now?
This is going to be result.user. What we care about is the user's balance, and when do we update user? User is updated right there. So this should be a live, active, up-to-date balance. So I should be able to say user.fields. What do we call in the database? Is it balance? Balance. Okay. Feeling pretty good. Bet 5 on poker.
You already have a pair.
Deal.
Ah, you didn't win. You lost 5 coins. Your new balance is 1,357. Your final hand was 9 of spades, 6 of spades, 5 of hearts, 4 of spades, and 2 of spades. What do you want to do next?
Bet 10 on red.
You wagered 10 coins on...
Does this tell me what my balance is at the end?
You don't currently have an active game of video poker.
Oh, you're right. Spin the wheel.
The wheel landed on 5. You bet 10 on red and won 10 coins. You won a total of 10 coins, which brings your total to 1,370. I've returned all of your coins from the table. What would you like to do now?
Guys, I feel real good about this. We're in business. We have poker, slots, and roulette all working. I'm sure there are fringy error issues. And there's sound effects that need to be added. There's all sorts of things that still need to be done. But I'm feeling really good about our progress today. It started bad. It started really bad. But we were able to figure out what we were doing wrong and how we were converting objects to strings too frequently. Kevin Evans, I was before you got here, I was working on this where I was actually getting a object and I was stringifying it to put it in the database. But then I was stringifying it again, which like converts all the characters that need to be escaped into escape characters. And in some cases, I was doing it like 3 or 4 times. It was bad, and so did not realize that I was doing that and fixed it. So those are all working. That's so exciting. I feel like I kind of want to get craps in here too before we push it live. Craps should work a lot like roulette does, where there's never really ever an end. You always have a table open and you can always play. But I also feel like this might be a good stopping point for me today, and then we can dive into cleaning up speech and sound effects and speech cons and all that kind of stuff tomorrow. So let's leave that there. Let's go look at our, let's see what we got going on. This is in the poker deal. This is very, oh, we fixed this. Okay. Perfect. That's a good to-do to get rid of. Pay the user their winnings. That's done. I like when we can check things off. Update the game record to be completed. Doing that. This is now poker hold. Does the card the user specified actually exist in their hand? What? Well, if I say bet 5 on poker, what happens if I try to hold a card that doesn't exist?
You were dealt 10 of clubs, 8 of spades, 4 of spades, 3 of clubs, and 2 of spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
Hold the 3 of spades.
You are not currently holding any cards.
Cool.
You are about to drop the 10 of clubs, 8 of spades, 4 of spades, 3 of clubs, and 2 of spades. You can say deal to...
Deal me up.
Ah, you didn't win. You lost 5 coins. Your new balance is 1,368. Your final hand was Queen of Spades, 7 of Diamonds, 6 of Clubs, 5 of Hearts, and 4 of Hearts. What do you want to do next?
Man, that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I guess I don't really care. We can get rid of a bunch of console log statements too, I'm sure. Okay. Poker. What if the user tries to hold a card they don't have? I had that in there twice. It's fine. We just ignore their statement. Return an object that can let the user know the current state. Got that. This. Why am I not doing that? Oh, I'm doing it there. Okay. Cool. I don't need play old. That's old file. We are currently not calculating the payouts correctly. I believe we are. I think I just didn't. This is a really valid point. Right now I'm just saying, oh, you don't have an active game of roulette. If you try to say spin the wheel. But I don't know why I don't just start a game for them. They probably should be able to do that. Okay, this is, why don't we just, okay, balance intent. That's not happening today. Poker deal. Sound effects, yeah, I agree with that. Poker hold. Use sound effects for yes. Don't need this result. No, yeah, we don't need to write that out. Okay, that's good. Poker hold intent, use sound effects for revealing. Start game intent. Sometimes the game name will end up in the position slot. We should probably mention both. Oh, okay. Catch the situations where they didn't manage to match one of our slot values. I don't know if we're doing that, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. It's there if I ever run into it. And play.old, this is the old poker play, I think. Yeah, so we can probably delete that file. So play.old, you can go in the trash. All right, gang, I'm feeling good. Okay, so if I let them do that, then I need to say something like, oh, but you don't have any wagers. So the reason I haven't done this to do, why don't we just start a game? If they try to spin the wheel but they don't have a game or any bets, I don't know what actually would happen there. Let's see, if I say spin the wheel. Yeah, it does not like that. Because I don't have any wagers. I'm sure that's what
the requested skill did not provide a valid response.
We didn't get an error. Oh, no, it's going to be up here. Okay. Come on. Invalid records. At least one record is required. Yeah, I'm trying to update records, but I don't have any. So, that is my issue. At least one record is required. So if they try to spin the wheel, but they haven't... I guess I could just solve this way. If update array dot length is greater than 0, let's see if that doesn't solve our issue.
Spin the wheels Welcome to the Chatsino. What would you like to do?
What are we going to get here? Error?
The wheel landed on 5. You didn't have any coins on the table, however. You didn't win anything, but you also didn't lose anything, right? What would you like to do now?
There's a good find.
You lost a total of 0 coins, which brings your total to 1,372. What would you like to do now?
So if I do the spin roulette intent, you didn't have any coins on the table. That solves that. Okay. Great, let's do one more spin the wheel.
The wheel landed on 29. You didn't have any coins on the table, however. You didn't win anything, but you also didn't lose anything, right? You lost a total of 0 coins, which brings your total to 1,373. What would you like to do now?
We didn't even save that, huh? Wheel landed on 29. So if I don't have any bets, then I don't even log it. That's interesting. Is that right? If we look at the roulette, play. Update wagers. Where's the, like... Oh, because we're doing it on the wagers themselves. And since there weren't any wagers, we don't record the spin. Alright, well, we should add that as a to-do. We should record every spin in the table someplace. Okay. Alright, that feels good. Feels like a good day. Let's get all of this off the screen. So much going on. Let's kick some code out to the old GitHub. So let's say slots, roulette, and poker are functional. Commit. Push. And I think that's all I've got for you guys today. We're going to come back. We're going to do a lot more Alexa stuff on Thursday, tomorrow. But we're going to focus heavily on kind of that voice side of experience. Right? We're not going to change any functionality unless, of course, we run into bugs. But we're going to focus deeply on what is Alexa saying? How do we get that to work in a way that is maybe randomized? If we want to work on some random speech. How do we add sound effects? How do we add APL-A? How do we add APL display stuff so that I can change out what the cards are? There's a lot there. So we'll have to think about how that's going to work. But that is for another day. So we've committed our code. Everything's there in GitHub if you guys want to go find it. But with that, I think we'll call it a day for today, and we will get back at it tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, everybody. Don't forget. So if you'd like to be here, please come and join. I'll see you guys